What up, fam? Joe, No Picks Podcast. I believe we live, Brody. Let me pull up the chat to make sure people. All right. Oh Lord. All right, bet. What, bruh? Oh, oh. It seems to be following the trend of people just like organized looting. We talked about it happening in LA. We talked about it happening in Chicago. It even happened, not too long ago in Philly. But it's just this trend of organized looting, bro. Like It's usually planned. I don't know how where people are conversing or sharing the plots or the details, but like they link up at a certain time at a certain spot and just go ham and so it's following that trend. But I, it's interesting. This is an interesting conversation, right? Because I don't endorse crime at all. But what do you do when society decriminalizes crime? You know what I mean? Who do you put the blame on, right? Because here I see people clearly. There are people who are in there stealing and shoplifting, right? But if there's no consequence, why would you not partake in that if you needed the money or just wanted to make some bread? This is what that's the question that I have. Like, who's to blame when society or cities start decriminalizing crime? Like, who did that? If the people didn't do that, someone did that, right? So that's my first thought. Where are you at with this? Because this is interesting. It is. Right. Yo, trash bags. Yeah. No, I mean that seems to be the trend. And shout out to whoever's in the chat. I see two people. I think one of them might be me because I'm just observing the chat. But whoever's here, welcome. Chime in, ask questions. We love the engagement. So now we're just talking about just reacting to clips. But right now we're talking about this clip where there's this increase in crime and retail theft in New York, right? And then they put the body cams. I heard Walmart's trying to put the body cams on too to try to deter it. But like, yeah, I don't understand, bro. Like, if there's no consequence for it, like in LA, we were talking about Cali, right? Anything less than $1,000, police won't go after it. Employees are told if someone's trying to steal, do not try to stop them. Do not chase after them, which I'm actually okay with, bro, because I'm sorry, but my little $15 an hour if I'm in a lower job ain't worth my life. Ain't worth me scrapping and getting hurt. Like I'm sorry, that job is not worth that much to me. So I'm gonna let them walk off either way. But they get fired if they do anything and intervene. So basically, there's no consequence, bro. People can partake in crime with impunity. What like I don't know, bro. Like I know it's like it could be a blue city thing, but like if it's blue or red, it don't matter. Like law, crime is legal and people are partaking. So like, what do we do to curb this? Because if the cost of living is going up as well, and the economy's kind of like been weird, and unemployment has been kind of, slowly rising, and the Biden administration was lying about jobs being created. Remember, there was that whole thing where they were like over projecting it, and they were lying and trying to say. So all this is happening. Crime is only going to go up. So you're incentivizing more crime. Is legal. That's wild, bro. That's wild. That's wild. And remember, in Chicago, the mayor now they're trying to decriminalize, and I don't think it's passed yet, but they're trying to decriminalize certain like traffic violations. So cops can't pull you over no more for certain traffic violations because they were saying it was discriminatory. Like there was too much, like it was targeting a certain racial demographic, and so because of that, they're just doing away with like certain traffic violations, and cops won't pull you over more. But I'm like, bro, like, so you can drive without a license, you can drive with a broken tail light, you can run through red lights or stop signs, you can speed, like you can do whatever. Your tint can be so dark I can't see who's driving. You can do whatever you want on the road with impunity. Like I said, bro, without any consequence. And when you do that, it's going to increase, I don't know, accidents, crime on the road. Like it just encourages bad behavior when there's no consequence. And when society has no consequences, people act like idiots, bro. Like why? Why shouldn't I? Well, I think that so I definitely don't want to endorse crime, right? The thing is, it's a complicated answer. I wish I can give you like a straight answer, but the way I see it is, if with all the wealth inequality, with the rising cost of living, with these people at the top getting these tax breaks and getting all this money, with wages being stagnant, federal minimum wage hasn't really gone up at all. Some states have it's gone up a little bit, but like it's been pretty much stagnant since like the 70s. Cost of living has gone up, but the cost of the dollar, like we're not our income hasn't increased. And I feel like Americans, a lot of Americans are on the fringe. And this is not a blue or a red thing, bro. Like we said, like a lot of people are going bankrupt because of medical bills. We talked about that. We had a contentious debate the other day about the whole Luigi thing and the whole thing about Americans having to pay so much for medical bills or just medical costs or treatment. So I think that when you have an environment like that that's volatile, that's unstable, it's conducive to crime. It allows crime to fester. When you push people against a wall, when they're backed into a wall, people will do crazy things. And so, yeah, it's crime. I'm not endorsing it, but I also feel like what's creating the environment of that crime, bro? Like I said, there's no consequences now. The cost of living is hella high. Now we're talking about, like I said, you're saying not you, but they're gonna replace jobs with machines. Automation happens. So now when you displace millions of people and they don't have jobs and they can't find jobs that have a living wage, what happens to those people? Do they turn to crime? Or are they just going to go in the street? People are going to do what they need to do to survive, either by them for themselves or whoever they're accountable for. So I think that I don't know. I'm much more angry at the people at the top taking millions, billions off from Americans than I do with people on the ground. Well, because money for them is not a problem. Money for them is not a it's not a thing, right? Of course, right? Because they're stealing. Right, right, right. No, no, no. No, yeah. Well, right. Yeah. Well, they're also going bankrupt too. Yeah. Rite Aid's going bankrupt. That's why they're closing because they losing bread. They going bankrupt. But no, I see them too. But bro, like, so I'm not gonna put this all on law enforcement, right? But my question is, okay, so let me address your point though. You're right. It does hurt us because, like I said, Chicago when they lost one of those WalMarts, a lot of people started feeling that because they could get things inexpensive at those WalMarts, right? But now they can't because they pulled the WalMarts out because the WalMarts kept getting raided. They kept getting looted by people, right? So I understand that, but like, bro, no, no, go ahead. Right. Well, Chicago's rough, bro. Like Chicago's just a rough city all around. I'm not justifying the crime, but Chicago's rough, bro. Chicago has its issues. I don't know the history of Chicago that well, but I do know that they do have a lot of poverty. A lot of black folk are still in poverty. Like black folk living rough everywhere. You know what I mean? Like it's not just there, but um no, I just think that it just paints half the picture when all we do is vilify or just criticize the people who are partaking in a crime. But it's like, bro, like I was gonna say before, I don't want to put it all on law enforcement, absolutely, but like law police, why aren't you doing your job? You see what I'm saying? Like I can see, I don't want people to partake in crime, but at the same time, what do we have a law enforcement for? What the hell are my tax dollars paying for? Why are you not doing that? Why are you guys not pursuing this? Why aren't you guys doing something? You know what I'm saying? That would be my question, and I would hate that police officers are being petty because of something either called the Ferguson effect or this idea that police decided, oh, you guys want to defund the police, you don't want us to do our job, so we just gonna fall back, right? Because they've done that in certain places. We're just gonna fall back. And I hope that it's not police being petty just to let crime get really bad so that people are begging for them to come back and do their jobs. Because if it is, that's sad because people are gonna die, businesses are gonna get shut down. Everyone, that's it. That doesn't that yeah, yeah, right, 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 right. Yeah, I remember there was video, and I think the dude had autism. I think he was autistic. Yeah, right, right, right. They just want to be mad. They need right. But look at yeah. Well, bro, look at where we're at. So I mean, listen, they are well, they're they're public servants. They took this job to protect and serve, to make the communities better. So I think that when you're in a certain position, being petty costs money, costs lives. Like if I'm not saying this is the case, but if it is hypothetically, then bro, so you're saying they shouldn't pursue the crime? Yeah. I don't know then, bro. I think we gotta. I think we have to take a nice, hard, a stronger look, a deeper look into the police and the pulse of the police and what they're feeling. Because I'm not assuming that this is that they're doing this, but like I said, some the Ferguson effect is real. It's been documented. It's been studied. It's like after everything happened in Ferguson and they were protesting and everything. You know, they were criticizing the police force and police officers. Like they were like, "Fine, you right." We gonna back off, and they basically backed off because they're like, y'all don't want us here. Y'all want to riot. Y'all want to demonize us. We're gonna wash our hands and let it just ride out, right? They did it in New York for like did it in New York. I forgot how long ago it was, but cops in New York were like, "You right? We're not gonna go after crime. We're not gonna do this. We're just gonna fall back because y'all want to defund it." So it's just hard. Like, how we need cops, right? Yeah. 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 That's rough, man. So it's a time bomb. So it's a time bomb. It's a combination of the cost of living going up, unemployment is going up, the wages haven't gone up, the wages have been stagnant. Police officers, I'm not saying just, I guess we're theorizing, have kind of taken a step back because they don't either want to be scrutinized or criticized or blame or treated unfairly because their reputation is somehow tarnished in the eyes of society. But all this is leading to what we're seeing though. So the question is what happens, right? Because it's getting worse, bro. And I anticipate it's going to get even worse because people are saying that by like March, we're really going to see the health of the economy. We're really going to see where we're at because it's either going to be a crazy crash or something's going to happen where we're really going to see where the economy is. So that worries me too because things could only get worse, especially with our deficit being ran so high, hundreds of trillions. Like it just keep going up, bro. We're running up debt right now. We're just printing out money and racking up debt. So I only see this issue getting worse. I don't know if that's gonna happen though. Yeah. No, I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. It's sad too. And listen, and when that happens, it's gonna be survival of the fittest. Right? Because if the cops ain't coming, if no one's there to enforce the law, if no one's there gonna, it's people can do whatever they want, and then you just have chaos. That is what you have. It's complete chaos. So I'm really hoping they don't get that bad, bro. I really don't. But this interesting piece though, New York, y'all gotta get it together, bro. I gotta watch the full thing. Yeah, it's going viral. Okay. That's what you said. Right. Right. Okay, it took a while for that. Why it take them so long to say yeah? Yeah, what is a woman? I don't well, it depends. What you mean it depends, bro? Like Right. 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 Yeah. Right. Right. I know, and it's a shame putting them against Candace Owen. Like, I don't agree with everything she says, but Shorty is good at like arguing her points, being logical. This is sad. Yeah, I don't know why they put that man against this woman. This is ridiculous, Nick. What are you doing, bro? Go back to making baby. Never mind. Don't make babies. You already got enough. Never mind. Damn. Okay. Is there a little bit more, or like? They do? Right. 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 Okay. I'm scared. And those in the chat, shout out to those in the chat. If you guys have any comments or anything, type them in. We'll respond. So thank you for being here. Drop in. Yeah, she got him. She got him. And her point is valid, right? Is if there's a person who believes that they, like I said, that they want to make love to a minor, and that's okay, and that's just how they were born, and that's what they feel naturally. Are you going to respect that and say, "Oh, I honor that. That's your truth," right? You can't demonize them. You can't judge them. That's just how I am. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I mean, that's an extreme point, but it's one that basically it she bodied him with that example because it's like, no, Nick, you're not gonna be there and tell some pedophile, oh, it's okay, we got to respect your truth and how you feel. No, that's not the case, right? Um, no, but I think Candace made an interesting point. I've been having this point for a while, right? And somebody brought this up to me years ago, and I never understood it. And I got older, I understood it. But this idea that there is objective truth and there's subjective truth, right? We know that what's some objective truth, that gravity exists. If you drop something, force of gravity is going to fall. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There are things that we know, right? We know if you put water at a certain temperature, it's either going to boil and evaporate or it's going to turn into ice. You know what I mean? We got things that you see what I'm saying? There's object, and then there's things like um, let's say what's something subjective? Rap music is trash. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that objectively because right, right. But that's an opinion, right? But there are some things that you can. It's about how you feel about something. There's no science behind it. There's no scientific method. There was no process to get these results. It's just how you feel in the moment or how you feel about something. There's nothing to back it. It's just how you feel. And I think that that's a big conversation to revisit because there's objective truth. So many people want to be in the feels, right? And Ben Shapiro, I don't like Bull, but he would always be like, facts don't care about feelings. That's like one of his lines he would always tell people when he debate. Facts don't care about feelings. And to an degree, I completely support that statement, bro. Facts don't care about your feelings. They're going to be true no matter how you feel about it. If a fact offends you, it is what it is, but it doesn't change the fact that it is a fact. You know what I mean? So I think she got Nick on that point, and she's just like, I'm okay with being that wall. Like we're living in a slippery. She's spitting bars. She was like, we're living in a slippery slope right now. I'm okay with being that wall, and I'm one of those people too to be like, I'll be that wall too, bro. Like I offend people all the time when I say certain things, not intentionally, but I can't help how you feel. You know what I mean? I can't control how you feel about it. So yeah, man. We love women. We love the alphabet community. We love. We gotta say all these disclaimers. I hate TikTok, man. I hate TikTok. It's I so many of my stuff gets censored. Like just random. Just yeah. I be confused. I be stubborn too. I'll be like, no, I'm gonna appeal it. Every time they ban something, I just appeal it. They always reject it again, but I'm like, nah, I don't care. Nah, I'm standing on this. Right. 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 Yeah. That's bogus too, though, bro. That rating of the Capitol, that was so orchestrated. Like, there's so many details about that that's so shady that I'm like, bro, like I'm saying, I don't really think it was a raid. Like those people were there, literally, the cops letting them in, security guards letting them in. They were looking at everything peacefully. Like, n- anybody die? The cops? Okay, then I don't know. That's wild. Okay, all right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Well, then I retract my statement because I don't know enough about it. But I thought it was like they. Nah, never mind. Anyway, no, no, that's real. But do you remember? I forgot who it was. He was a famous tennis player, and this was like a couple years ago. He was on some news station, some sports station, and they asked. So the woman asked him. The woman host asked the guy, "Do you think Serena is the best tennis player of all time?" You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, 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 yeah. And he was just like, no, I don't even think she'd be able to beat a man in the top 500. And after he said that, the media went crazy. Oh, he's sexist. How could you say this? Serena's the best of all time. And he's just like, yo, like we're living at a time where you can't even speak truth. He was like, listen, she's incredible. She's amazing. She might be the best woman tennis player of all time, but to say the greatest of all, like she wouldn't even be the man in the top 500 ranking. And it's just like you can't speak truth without being canceled. Right, 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 right. But right. And it's not sexist to say that. It's not sexist. It's just it is what it is. It is like we've seen clips of like when they mix it up and there's like the men and the women versus the men and the women in tennis. Yo, when the men serve that thing and they slam that, the shorties can't even keep up with it. You know what I mean? They can't. There's nothing they can do. But that's a moment for me where there's subjective truth and there's subjective truth. You can feel that Serena is the greatest. You can feel that. But let's be real. She's not beating any guy in the top 500, like the boy said. Like, and that's not to say that she's horrible. She's incredible. Like Clarissa Shields, she wants to box m- uh, Keith Thurman so bad. Yo, Clarissa, you need to have several seats. You might beat my ass because you're a professional boxer and you nice. You'll definitely beat me. But another professional man, have several seats, shorty. You're not beating Keith Thurman. You're not beating. You might beat Remy Ma, but you ain't gonna beat. Yep. Yo, she tapped out. Bruh, no, it's just yeah, right. An objective truth, right? If you let a man compete in women's sports, he's going to dominate. If you put LeBron James in the WNBA, he's going to average 120 points and 30 rebounds every game. You know what I mean? Like, but so yeah, we went on a little bit of a tangent, but it's still relevant, right? There's objective truth and subjective truth. And Candace Owens is one of those people who's just like, listen, I don't care if this upsets you. I'm gonna keep speaking truth. And the thing is, if you don't keep speaking truth, eventually the lies take over. Then you have all this misinformation, you have alternative facts, if you want to say that. And then you don't really know what the truth is. And that's part of the problem that we have now, bro. There's so much misinformation that we're desperate for the truth, bro. We want the truth to be out there because there's so many lies. So interesting clip. I'm gonna watch that full interview now. You got me hyped. I don't agree with everything Candace says, but yeah. Alright. Oh wait, let me see that. Let me see that fall one more time, bro. Oh my god, bro. It's like it's definitely funny, but like I feel so much embarrassment that it's like overpowering the comic relief because, bruh, yeah, and the moment is immortalized. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, that's embarrassing, and it's on the internet, which means that it's immortalized, right? It's gonna be people are gonna be it's gonna go viral now. It's gonna go viral next year. You know them videos where people be like, "Man, this video came out 5 years ago, and I still laugh at it." You know what I mean? Like people be like, This is never not funny." You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be one of them clips, bruh. Like you can't gonna be able to pull chicks. Like, oh no, ain't you that kid that flipped on it? Like, bruh, like it's gonna affect so many different aspects of his life. That's that's sad, man. If you gonna go for the backflip, you gotta hit it, bro. Like, yo, damn. Damn, he going in. Uh, it started off alright, and then I was like, "Oh wait, hold on." Did they put him in size order? Like, ugh, damn, bruh. Wow. 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 They're young, right? I know. That's sad. Ah, it did. Yeah, Spellman. Yep. Because their freshman class were getting bigger and bigger. Right. Right. Yeah. It's sad, bro. Yeah. Right. I know. It's like if the trend continues, they're only gonna get bigger, right? And then these women who are that size, if you do wanna have a kid, it's gonna put on an extra 30, 45 pounds, which is gonna complicate stuff for you, gestational diabetes. You might have complications with the pregnancy, and you might not ever lose that weight. So now you was already 200, 220. Now you 250, 260. You know what I mean? And it's so much harder for women to lose weight as well. So um yeah, well, we have more lean mass, a faster metabolism. This is the average though. Like we're not talking about like just average people, average man, average woman. So we do burn metabolism. We do more jobs that are more labor intensive. So that helps as well. So there's a combination of reasons, right? But um, so it was a HBCU, and we know that in our community, our women are large. There's an obesity problem in our community with our women, men too, but like our women are like large, bro. Like the average in America, taken away from race, the average weight of a woman is about one what like 165, I think 165, 170. That's crazy. That's insane, bro. That's large. That's huge, bruh. Like I mean, he was going in, he was roasting them, but like it really is a big problem though, bro. Like our women are large, and for a lot of y'all, the fat don't fall in the right places. Y'all think, and, remember we talked. Listen, we just talked about subjective and objective truth, right? If you are big and obese, that's not thick. That's unhealthy. That's obese. They want to call it thick, plus size. They all these different euphemisms. Then there's objective truth. No, you're morbidly obese. Like you're not thick. You're not plus size. You are morbid. You know what I mean? Like there's different ways that we can uh kind of describe it, but like there's objective and there's subjective. And objectively, these women are unhealthy and overweight, bro. And but what a woman are gonna tell each other? Oh, it's okay, queen. If he can't love you like this, then he don't deserve you. You know what I mean? Like everybody is beautiful. Like this is bad, bro. This is sad. That made me sad to see that lineup, man. They were huge. It did make me sad, bro. Like he was roasting them, but I was like, damn, that's unfortunate, man. I know, big back. Damn. Oh, he did another one. It's a newer one. She bad, bro. She bad. Don't turn around, shorty. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. She's trying to get away from him. She's trying to like cut the conversation short. She's like giving off that energy of like, I'd like to be on my way. She don't seem very interested right now. She's just trying to get away from the conversation. So damn, she bad though. That car is cold though. Oh nah, bruh. Right, right. Yeah. Hmm. Right. Mm, yeah. Yeah. Right.